What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got some stuff cooking on the G8. I just wanted to say, first off, Douglas and I reached our first goal of 1,000 subscribers. So we just want to say thank you guys for the follow base and all the support that you guys have given us. We're going to continue to keep pushing, keep doing what we can on the Camaro. I know we still got some stuff to do on it. Douglas is at work right now. I'm off. So as you can imagine, that's kind of difficult to try and, get things done. So, but we're doing what we can. But yeah, so let me go ahead and show you guys what we got cooking on the G8. All right, here's the goods. So I had some tabs with some guys on Facebook down in Australia. I think it's Automotive Lighting Customs. Really stellar company. They do these awesome kits for the G8s with their models. I believe it's the VE, the Callus, and there's like one other variant of these cars over there besides the Commodore. But so yeah, so this whole kit, roughly $750 shipped, gets you Bluetooth and phone recognition on the stereo, and it comes with all not brand new, but new to me, secondhand parts, but they're all in good shape. So no cracks, no nothing. So basically it replaces the whole front side of the dash with the new radios. So the reason why I went with the Holden IQ conversion is because the price that it is and everything that you get with it, it's actually cheaper than doing just the faceplate swap with the Kahan, or I forget the name of the other one, but it's one where you have to add a doubled in. So I figured all not brand new, but all factory stuff, new trims. It'll give the inside of the car a brand new look, more functionality, because I still got Bluetooth. It's still gonna pick up my phone. So before I start breaking tabs and cracking plastic, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what actually has to come out in order for this to go in. So lower the glove box is gonna open up. I'm gonna take the door off, and then I'm gonna go through here, open up this panel, and then I'm gonna essentially just work my way over. Driver's side, same concept. It's the lower knee panel that's gonna come up. This piece needs to come off. I believe you're gonna have this one come out as well. The front speaker grill is gonna have to pop up, and then there's a few screws. So kind of gonna go through and just see what needs to get done as we move along. All right, guys, so about 30 minutes into it, I got the whole dash pretty broken down. A lot of cracked pieces in here. I don't know if someone's been through here before or what, but these things came out really, just super easy, and yeah, it's kind of a mess. So I'm gonna go through here with some alcohol and wipe everything down, because it's really gross. 150,000 miles to do that, I guess. But yeah, so it wasn't too bad. There's really no manuals on this stuff. So, I'm sure that there is, but I didn't really care to look. So if I can do it, you guys can. Not very hard, just some patience with those pins, and not just trying to force things out. As you can see, I'm sure I had some issues with the centerpiece that comes down. That was kind of fun. Same thing with the speaker grill. That was pretty hard. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna transfer my traction control switch, window switch, and we're gonna start putting stuff in. Just to recap on everything that I actually had to take off, guys. So the actual whole glove box cubby, there's 3 screws up top, 2 on the sides, and then there's, I believe, 2 on the bottom. The whole thing comes out with the little plug. These pieces, these little side fill pieces, they're just little push pins. I was actually missing them, so removal was a breeze. It was kind of a guessing game up in here. I loosened this just for simplicity, trying to, wiggle all this plastic out of the way. These were kind of broke. I can't tell if these are broken or if they're just like that, but that's what was holding that whole centerpiece up. Driver's side is just a kick panel, and then just that one side with the push pins as well. And that was about it. I kind of took out these screws for these little cubbies here, just to see. I took this one completely out. It's just 2 bolts, so it wasn't too bad. Alright guys, so we got the new radio in, and we got all the panels that go with it installed. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little functionality review of it, so that we can go through it and then show you all the cool stuff on it. So they actually have the options to change. They have the options to change if you want a Chevy or the Holden, whether it be blue, red, or Chevy blue or red. So pretty neat. We'll see if it connects my phone, but yeah, so basically you get your standard radio, AM, FM, nothing fancy about that. This is your media, which will go from USB, CD, all that good jazz. Here, let's see if I can put my phone on. So these are the settings. You can add, pair, activate discoverable mode, all that stuff. There's my phone. Hit OK. I used to have a Bluetooth adapter on the old G8, so it had Bluetooth, but you had to press it on every time. So, all right, so it's on now. Why did that not work? All right, so we got our Bluetooth connected now. So this is the calling feature. So it syncs your phone book through your phone. So pretty neat. You can scroll through, look at all your stuff, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. So this is the 09.5 as well. So it does have the factory Bluetooth, but that's only for voice calling. So it's nice. Now I have radio Bluetooth. So yeah, navigation is not available right now. Reason being, you have to have these programmed with the US maps. So it is possible you can get it done. I'm not sure if I will, but we'll find out. And I know that you can have CarPlay on these as well. So let's go back. There's really no home button, which I thought was kind of weird, but I guess it is what it is. There's a mute one here too, which is pretty neat. So, but yes, AC is pretty standard stuff. It shows up just like the old one, external temp, all that stuff. I know when you're on Bluetooth, you can actually change your song through the integrated controls. So another cool thing. I didn't check it with this. It might be able to work with that, but I'm not sure. So that's pretty much it with the Holden IQ.